going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And once again, joining me, Rainy48 here on the Week 13 NFL.
We have a sign.
Picks. And, 8-5, 7-6. I mean, I got the one right that went against. Kind of standard procedure.
Yeah, I mean, we were spot on besides one game, so one of us was going to lose a stroke.
Basically, NFL Beast Picks. Let's get to the things.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanksgiving Day weekend. Daniel Jones is still a free agent.
He'll have a decision by the time this is up.
Probably.
I was literally listed on Twitter like 10 minutes ago. He's preparing to tell teams his decision.
Yeah. Interesting enough, I was hearing something of Brian Fitzpatrick, a former Bills quarterback. He's also former multiple quarterbacks for teams. He was saying that he probably shouldn't even just sign with anyone unless they're a playoff team.
That's what he's been saying anyhow. He said he wants to be with a contender, so we'll see if it happens.
Yeah, instead of starting, be a backup, maybe come in for an injury if someone gets injured. It's a playoff team.
Unfortunately, it scares me it'll be Buffalo.
No.
I don't want them.
It is Thanksgiving Day weekend special. And the first game of the Thanksgiving matchup since the 30s, since 1930, is the Detroit Lions. So the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
The Lions are a 10-point favorite. And I don't care... I don't care what the Bears did last week to the Vikings. They're not doing it to the Lions.
Usually this is the segment where we would just be like laughing up the Lions and just cooking up the Lions because of how much they always stink.
Hasn't been that way in 5 years.
But now the Lions are so good as of late that this is against this team. I don't see how the Bears win. Detroit Lions, I think, easily gets this done. And they'll probably have the cranberry sauce by the halftime, and they will win 34-6.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I think Chicago isn't completely out of this. I don't know if I'm going to say it's a blowout. I think Chicago played better than the Colts did last week. But I'm still going to say Detroit 31. In Detroit's house, it's got to be Detroit. So it's Detroit 31, Chicago 17. We'll give them some mercy. We'll say they're close, but not close enough.
Yeah. They're just lucky they're playing the Bears, not the Packers, because we beat them on Thanksgiving last year. Next, since the 1970s, I think it was the late 60s, the Dallas Cowboys have been the Thanksgiving traditional team at 4:30, so it is the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, the Cowboys surprised us all and beat the Commanders last week. It was a pretty good game overall. Cooper Rush, I think. Say what you want, I think Cooper Rush could actually be a starter in this league. Like a couple years ago he came in for Prescott and won like 7 games.
So my problem is he's not good. He's just crafty. I would be willing to tell you he's a poor man's Daniel Jones. I flat out would say that.
I like his body of work. I really do like his poise, and I like his body of work. I do think he could be a starter, but who knows? But let's see. I mean, this is opportunity. He has many games to play for the rest of the year, and this is where to get it. Giants. I don't know where they're going. They're just.
They might not even have DeVito this week.
Who didn't play that well.
But still, he's got a contusion on his forearm, which might mean it's the Drew Lock show.
Yeah, so that's another thing. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'm going to say the Cowboys win. I like what Cooper Rush is doing. I do think the guy has potential. I think he could be a starter in the future. And I just want to see what he does. I'm going to say the Cowboys win. I'm going to give it 28-14 Cowboys.
See, without knowing more, if the Giants are starting Drew Lock. I think they have a chance to win this game. I don't think the Cowboys are good, but I'm going to go based off the fact that they still have CeeDee Lamb and they still have Trayvon Diggs. And Micah Parsons. I'm going to flat out say it's the Cowboys 27-21.
Okay. Next, the third Thanksgiving Day game. This has been enacted since 2007. But I think it was 2011 when it started going to NBC because it used to be NFL Network. We have the Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. There is no traditional team that gets this slot. It's random. Miami Dolphins at the Green Bay Packers. My Green Bay Packers, 8:20 p.m. On Thanksgiving night.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, old man. You don't own the Packers. They're
I
not
do
your
own
Green Bay Packers.
They are my Green Bay Packers.
The Packers are a 3.5 point favorite. And I'm going to start the segment out hot. I'm taking Miami.
Oh, wait, does that mean the Bills? You don't own the Bills then?
I don't. I never refer to them as my Buffalo Bills. I don't. I never have once. You refer to them as my Buffalo Bills. I don't refer to them as my Buffalo Bills.
That's what you're supposed to do.
No. No. I don't own the team, nor do I own the players on the team, nor do I own any financial part of the team. I'm still taking the Dolphins.
What's the favorites?
I said the Packers are a 3.5 point favorite.
Okay. How are you guys pick the Dolphins over my Packers?
Because the Dolphins actually look like they're fired up again last week and played a very, very good game.
Against the Patriots?
31 points, was it not?
Okay, we had a crap ton of points against the 49ers.
If you found a way to lose to the 49ers, it would have been a problem. The 49ers missed half of their team.
The 49ers didn't have their quarterback. They didn't have Nick Bosa, but they
didn't have their starting left tackle.
They still didn't have Debo Samuel.
They didn't have Brandon Ayuk.
They had Debo Samuel.
They were missing more parts than... And Debo Samuel looks horrendous against you. Debo Samuel dropped a should-have-been touchdown.
I know, we shut him down. And Christian Watson dropped a touchdown, too. So
I thought Christian Watson was great.
He was last week.
The 2 weeks prior to that, he had 40 yards and 42 yards.
What's your score for the Dolphins?
I'm saying that the Dolphins win. It's going to be one of the best games of the week. Give me 27-24 Miami.
27-24, you said?
Yeah.
I'm obviously taking the Packers.
No shit.
We're going to be...
And a bear shits in the woods.
Especially if the weather is bad. Which I don't know if the weather is going to be bad or not, but if the weather is bad, I mean, that's going to be a better advantage for us as we get into the colder weather. And just Green Bay, we play better at home. And I think the team is doing good. I mean, outside the Bears game where the defense didn't play that good, we played good last week. I think we beat the Dolphins. I think it's a close game, but I'm going to say we win 31-24. Go Pack, go!
The Black Friday Bowl, brought to you by Amazon Prime. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, it's Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, and the Chiefs are a 12.5 point favorite.
And it's at a weird... And of course it started last year, but it is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Weird time, but nonetheless. And the Chiefs are what?
A 12.5 point favorite.
Oh, they're going really high on this one.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know who the quarterback is for the Raiders.
True, but...
Gardner Minshew is done for the year with a broken collarbone.
Yep.
Aiden O'Connell might come back. He's eligible to come off the...
Daniel Jones is about to come off the bench.
No, because the thing is, if anything, it's going to be Desmond Ridder again. It'll be Desmond Ridder over anything, or it's Aiden O'Connell.
Yep. All right. I'm picking Kansas City no matter what. I don't see how the Raiders win no matter who the quarterback is. The Chiefs, they're not that good statistically this year, but they're still beating these teams when they need to. I mean, they did look crappy against the Panthers, but they won when it counted. They stepped up when it counted, and it just seems to be always the MO with the Chiefs. And there's nothing that can indicate to me that the Raiders are going to do anything better. against them.
Listen, to be fair, they almost did just lose to the Panthers.
I know, but I mean, they still stepped up when they needed. I just, we've seen this all season. We've seen the Falcons lose to the Panthers, or the Saints. We see the Saints lose to the Panthers. We've just seen a bunch of different upsets. I just can't see the Chiefs losing here. I'm gonna say it's 30-20. I'm gonna say the Chiefs win 10 points.
I can't not take the Chiefs in this scenario. It's a holiday game technically, so the refs are going to gift them a victory. It'll be a Black Friday bargain. Realistically, they had no business winning last week. Quite honestly, the only reason they won is because they tried to kill a Carolina Panthers player.
We mean like a big hit?
Oh, they dumped him on his head and put him in the hospital.
Oh.
Jatavion Sanders was at almost 60 yards at the half as their tight end, and they can't cover tight ends.
Yep.
Brock Bowers is going to have a big game. There's no other way around that. That's definitely happening this week. I'm going to say it's staying in the pack of what I've had played. They're not winning by 2 scores. They haven't all year. It's been a struggle. Don't care who the quarterback is. I'm going to say it's 24-20 Kansas City.
All right. Next, we have the Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this is Sunday, 1 o'clock now.
The Texans are a 5-point favorite.
Yeah, despite the Texans being upset, I don't see them losing to Jacksonville. Jacksonville are not a very good team. They're not doing well with really anything. I think Houston gets back over their hump from last week of losing to the Titans. I'm going to say 26-16 Texans.
The only thing that the Houston loss proved last week is that it's possible to scheme against the Texans and beat them. Because the Titans, despite how bad they are, do have a very good defense. They have statistically had one of the better defenses in the league. I'm going to take Houston, unfortunately. I can't even say unfortunately. I need them to win every game the rest of the year. And I don't see that happening.
With the Texans?
Yes. To win money off of that bet, they need to win every game the rest of the year. I don't see it physically happening. But I will take the Texans here. We'll call it 27-21.
Next, we have the rivalry Indianapolis Colts versus New England Patriots.
The Colts are a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I could see that. It's a pick 'em. I think the Colts will win, though. I'm going to say 27-13 Colts. I just can't see anything with the Patriots.
See, I'm going to keep shooting myself in the foot here. Get them in New England. I don't think the Colts are good, even with what Anthony Richardson did 2 weeks ago. I think there's more upside with Drake May, and I don't trust the Colts defense. That being said, the Panthers have actually been pretty good against the run, or the Patriots have been pretty good against the run as well. It's going to be a tight one, but give me 24-21 Patriots.
All right. Next, we have the LA Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons.
Chargers are a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I think the Chargers rebound. I just don't know what we're getting out of the Falcons. Every week it's something different. I'm going to pick the Chargers. I'm going to say it's 20-17 Chargers.
I've got to go with the opposite. I think the Falcons have to rebound. The Falcons have to know they're risking.
Who was the favorite again?
The Chargers.
Chargers are 3
It's a 2-point favorite, yeah. So it's pretty much a pick 'em. I think the Falcons need to know. The Chargers know they're pretty well in a playoff spot in the wild card at this point. The Falcons are risking losing out and not making the playoffs at all for having such high expectations. They have to put the pedal down and win it.
Well, the thing is, though, they're in an easier division that they could still win.
But
they have the tiebreaker with the Bucks because they beat them twice.
Tampa's won again. The Saints are starting to look good again. Shit, even Carolina almost just beat the Chiefs. What are they at, 3 wins now?
With Panthers?
I think the Panthers are at 3 wins now.
They got only 2. Maybe they had 3.
They're at 3-8.
Okay.
So they're only 3 games behind in the division. That division's wide open. You have to do something drastic, and this is a big game to prove it. I was not a Chargers fan going into the season, but if there's going to be a game you're going to prove that hey we don't suck, it's probably this one. Again, tight game. I'm gonna say it's 17-13. Atlanta.
All right, next we have the Seattle Seahawks at the New York Jets.
The Seahawks are a 2-point favorite.
I'm going with the upset here. I think that Jets got to do what they got to do. They got to keep playing, and they got to hope for something. Again, unfortunately, they have a horrible offensive line, and there's just complete dysfunction going on. But Seattle, they keep going in and out every week. It's always different. We don't know what they're getting out of Seattle. The Jets need this. I'm going with the Jets. I'm going to take Jets 21-13.
See, I'm going with the Seahawks here. I have zero faith left in the Jets. The Jets are washed. Aaron Rodgers is not the leader that everybody built him to be in Green Bay, at least not with this group of guys. There's nothing else there. You had a dynamic number one running back in Breece Hall, and you've watched what he can do. You had a top pick in Braylon Allen, who had a couple good weeks. Now he's where to be found. That team is just finding ways to suck. Ultimately, I don't want to see Seattle win this. I want to see the Jets win. I'd like a tie. But I think Seattle finds a way to get around this. They're going to bounce back from the loss they're going to keep going off the win from Arizona. Give me Seattle 23, Jets 13.
All right. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Washington Commanders.
Commanders are a 5.5-point favorites. Washington, Tennessee. Washington's a 5.5-point favorite.
The Commanders are a 5.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to say the Commanders for sure wins this game. Titans did get a win, but I don't think they're better than the Commanders. Commanders got a rebound from losing to the Cowboys. I think Jaden Daniels has 3 touchdown pass game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't get a little bit too far ahead of yourself. I don't think he's thrown more than 2 in a game so far. That's a ballsy statement. I'm on board with you, and I understand you have Jaden Daniels. But 3 passing touchdowns is nuts. 3 total? 4 total?
I think he's gonna
definitely.
I think he's going to have 3.
Clip it.
34-21.
Listen, I'm going to go out on a whim here. The Commanders win this game 42.
You said that you were not going to get 3 touchdown passes.
I said he won't have 3 touchdown passes. So I'm going out on a whim here. They're going to win it 42-15. You're going to get 2 rushing touchdowns for Jaden Daniels, 2 passing touchdowns for Jaden Daniels, and a defensive touchdown. That's what I'm saying. I could see him having 4 total. I just can't see 3. 3 passing is nuts. The Titans have actually been pretty good against the pass.
You had
42-15.
Yeah. How do you get 15? 2-point conversion?
No. A touchdown, 2 field goals, and a safety.
Oh wow, that's.
I hope that hits, and you can just clip that one. That would just put that down as a bet.
Touchdown.
A touchdown, 2 field goals, and a safety. 15 points.
Yeah, that would be a clip for sure. But anyways, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals. What happened to the Steelers?
You're gonna the snow. It was the snow.
They're used to the snow.
No, it's the snow. That was a tough game because it wasn't even. Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it.
It was such a weird snow that if you saw at halftime, they zoomed out of the stadium, and the one half of the stadium was completely grass. It was the way it was falling very weird. It was falling very weird in the stadium. And, let's be fair. As much as the Browns aren't good, they are playing inspired. Jameis Winston's getting the best out of that team. Though, the Bengals are a 3-point favorite.
How?
I don't know. I'm taking the Steelers.
They have looked at the records, right?
Yeah, I'm still taking this. I understand that, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are there. But that defense has been horrendous. I'm going Steelers. I'm going with them to pound on them. Let's see, 28-14.
I also think the Steelers win. I'm going to say 27-13. I think it's an easy win. I don't think the Bengals are that good this year. They got a lot of rebuilding they got to do.
They just have to put a defense together. But the problem is, we've seen the Bengals do this time and time again. They hold on to their assets too long. They refuse to trade midseason, and they're going to lose T. Higgins for nothing.
Yeah, well, that's Mike Brown for you.
If you lose T. Higgins, I don't care how good Jamar Chase is, to lose a number 2 like T. Higgins, it's a huge setback for your franchise.
Yeah, like, that's just not...
No, it's
not
bad asset management. I mean, even the Carolina Panthers.
Well, I mean, that's Mike Smith for you.
But even so, the Carolina Panthers, who had a year
Mike Brown,
of Deontay Johnson, realized they weren't going to go anywhere. They still flipped an asset out of Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. But that's just kind of Mike Brown. Like, it's always been. He's been
last
kind of cheap.
1 o'clock game.
Yep.
I'm going to make your day here.
Arizona Cardinals at the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings are a 3.5-point favorite.
I think this is where they lose.
I'm also taking the Cardinals.
Cardinals, I think, have looked good, you know.
Outside of the kind of just dreary game they played last week, I think the Cardinals have been a very good team this year.
And the Vikings
are the Vikings.
Yeah, they're just kind of like on and off, really.
I know you don't follow golf.
No, they're on and off.
No. I know you don't follow golf, but I saw a meme of Tiger Woods, and under Tiger Woods it said Detroit 10-1, and then it was John Daly, who's known for just being this kind of shitbag. Dude goes out there, pounds beers on the course, smokes cigars, and drinks Diet Cokes for breakfast, and it said Minnesota in a rebuilding year, and he's wearing these giant purple pants, and like that's the most accurate thing I've seen. Like a legitimate team in Detroit, Minnesota.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're still second place in the division. Hopefully that changes soon. Anyways, we have the 405.
We didn't give a score.
Oh, we did not. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Anyways, Cardinals will beat the Vikings. I'm gonna say it is 24-14.
I'm going to say it's a little tighter. I'm going to say... I hate doing this. I'm going to say it's 18-14 Cardinals.
So they're getting a missed 2-point conversion?
No. They're hitting a 2-point conversion. They're scoring another touchdown and field goal.
Okay. I hope one of these comes true, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just on one this week. But to 405 now.
Yeah, 405. LA Rams at the New Orleans Saints.
The Rams are a 2.5-point favorite. Yeah, I don't get it either. Saints aren't good, Rams aren't good. But
the Rams are in like a tighter division, though.
Yeah, but like the Rams haven't looked good. Also, the Rams just allowed 255 rushing yards against them last week.
That helped my fantasy league, by the way.
Saquon
got that touchdown at the end of the game. I only won by a point because the kickers and at the end of Monday night.
Regardless, you're facing Alvin Kamara, who's been revitalized this year. I'm taking the Saints. Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints 31-17.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to win. I think it is close, though. I'm going to say it is 27-20 Saints. Rams just aren't looking good. Saints are a little better. I think they win it. Next 405 game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers.
The Bucs are a 6-point favorite, and guess what, y'all? I'm full of upsets. Give me the Panthers. You can't tell me that team's not flying high off of just almost beating the Chiefs. Hey, the last time I called a Carolina upset did not come true on here?
Which one?
Their second win?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Who was that? That was...
I think you called the first one when they won the first time, right? Didn't you?
Have I called all three of their wins?
I think you did. Because the first one was the Saints.
No, the first one was the Raiders.
First one? Okay.
So I didn't call the Raiders one. Okay. The second was the Saints. The third was the Giants. So I'm 2 of 3. Give me 3 of 4. I'm taking the Panthers. Listen, I don't trust Bryce Young, but he looks like he's finally turning into a pro. They've got some nice weapons around him for the fact that it's a lot of low-end picks. Jatavion Sanders is going to be a very good pro. I have him in all 3 dynasty leagues. As long as he comes back from the neck injury. I'm giving Carolina 27, Tampa Bay 14.
Okay, I can't go that way. I'm going the regular way, and I am going to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like what Baker Mayfield is doing overall, and oh yeah, that was hilarious, by the way.
If there's one thing we learned last week, Baker's ignorance is back.
Well, at least he's playing good, though.
Yeah, playing so good that 4 touchdowns and 3 of them were his running backs on a rush.
But anyways, so yeah, Baker Mayfield. I think he gets 2 touchdown passes in this game. I think it is. I'm gonna say it's 26-14. I'm gonna say the Bucks wins the game.
The last 4:25 game of the day.
The only one.
Well, yeah, but the last 4 o'clock run.
We have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Baltimore Ravens, and this is definitely America's game of the week.
No, it's not. The Bills still play.
For the 4:25.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Ravens are a 3-point favorite, and I'm calling an upset again.
The Ravens are the favorites.
Ravens are the favorites. I'm calling the Eagles.
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing that.
Give me the Eagles. I think the Ravens have looked a little sluggish. Realistically, yes. Did they win? Did they score 30 against the Chargers? Yes. But at no point did it look like a super dominant performance.
It was the Harbaugh Bowl.
I don't care. That could hurt your Packers this week.
What?
Edge rusher Shaq Barrett, who signed from Tampa to Miami in the offseason, is requesting immediate reinstatement in the league after retiring after training camp. And that would be a nice little boost for the Dolphins.
Can he play right now?
If the league reinstates him, he would be eligible to play this week, yes.
But he hasn't practiced.
He went through all of camp with him. He retired midway through camp.
Yeah, but it's like 12 weeks.
If you stay in shape. Regardless, I'm going with the Eagles. I don't trust the Ravens still. Give me the Eagles 35, Ravens 27.
I also think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win. I don't know why the Ravens are the favorites, especially after what you've been seeing the last couple of weeks with the Eagles now. I am definitely going to say the Eagles win. I think it's going to be a bad performance by the Ravens. I think it's going to be 34 to 13. I think they easily beat them. I think Saquon Barkley's going to get he's going to go off. He's going to get at least 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 rushing or a touchdown pass, whatever. He's going to get 3 touchdowns, and it's going to make me look even better in my fantasy league. By the way, Eagles win. So yeah.
You want a fun stat here? The Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles have not lost a game combined since they both lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Detroit lost early season to Tampa, right?
Yeah.
And then Tampa also beat Philadelphia. Both teams are undefeated since losing to Philly. Since losing to Tampa.
So is that supposed to be good on Tampa? Or is
No, it's actually supposed to mean the Giants are going to go the rest of the season without a loss.
Oh. Yeah.
Sunday night game, the Buffalo Bills against...
It's the San Francisco 49ers at the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, the San Francisco 49ers against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, Orchard Park, to be exact, from Highmark Stadium. The Bills are going to throttle them. It's going to be huge.
No, it's going to be huge.
No, it's going to be huge.
No, huge.
Yeah, you're channeling a car dealer, and I'm channeling huge. The president. Buffalo's going to throttle him.
Who's the starting quarterback for the 49ers this week? Same guy?
It might be Brock Purdy. Although, another fun fact for you, if it is Brandon Allen, it might be the very first time in league history this has ever happened. You would have Allen 17 on the Bills, Allen 17 on the 49ers, both starting quarterbacks for opposite teams.
I mean, they've had number 17 start before.
Against Josh Allen, both quarterbacks named Allen wearing 17.
Same number.
Same number, same last name.
Okay.
Opposite teams.
Yeah, that might be a first.
But I think it will be Brock Purdy, but I don't think he's healthy, and I think the Niners don't look good at all.
And Nick Bosa, I don't think starting either.
It could be a trap game, but I'm going to say the Bills come out of the bye healthy, happy, and ready to brawl. Give me Bills 42, Niners 21.
I'm going to go a little lower than that, but I still think it's a blowout. I'm going to give the Bills 38. I'm going to give the Niners 10, just the same amount of points that they got on my Packers. Yeah, Josh.
So you want to try in your mind to say that the Packers and the Bills are the same team because that's the same score from the Packers-Bills game.
Yep.
You're out of your mind.
38-10, Buffalo wins easily. But to be fair, though, if the Bills start throttling very early, they might just not even try. They might put their backups in.
No, they'll still try. They have good backups.
They'll put the backups in. They're not going to probably score as much.
Okay, regardless, the Monday night game,
Yep.
Cleveland at Denver. Denver's a 5-point favorite.
Yeah. 8-15. Yeah. The last Monday night game, I'm going to say...
Is it the last Monday nighter?
Oh, no, that's not the last Monday night.
Oh,
I meant the last game.
I was like, it's the last Monday night of the year already?
No. But yeah, Denver Broncos, I think, wins. The Browns, I don't like the Browns. I don't like what the Browns are doing. They're not playing that well. Yeah, they play good against the Steelers. Yeah, they play good against the Ravens. But outside of that, they haven't played that well.
Am I wrong?
What?
Is this the most Monday night games we've ever had in a year?
Probably.
Because
money talks.
Yeah, but like there were what? 3 doubleheaders already, right?
Yes.
And there's also one in week 15.
Yeah, money talks.
Bullshit walks, apparently. Alright, well, again, the Broncos are a 5-point favorite. I think they absolutely deserve to be. The Broncos look like a legitimate team here.
Just a couple weeks ago, you were saying that they were not ready to go.
I didn't think that they were... The one thing I wish Sean Payton would do is figure out his backfield. Yeah. He changes his starting running back every single week.
Yeah. He tries to do that surprise stuff that he always likes.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. You got one guy who's actually averaging 5.5 yards a carry.
We're talking about a guy who took a quarterback and made him into a running back.
He made him into a tight end.
No, quarterback.
Taysom Hill?
Yeah, he was running. He was doing running. He was doing receiving.
But he's an active tight end.
Oh well, I didn't realize.
He's listed as a tight end.
Really?
Yes, he's
I didn't
on the roster acknowledged as a tight end. Okay. They just line him up as a fullback. He's a halfback.
Well, he lines up as everything.
Yes, but out of the backfield, he's getting the halfback reps. I'm taking Denver. Give me Denver 28, Cleveland 10.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Broncos. Like I said, the Browns are just like, I know they beat the Steelers. I know they've beaten the Ravens. They beat Jacksonville, but everyone beats them.
Jacksonville just can't beat themselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like, outside of the division rivals, they really haven't had a stigma impressive win. You know, every other game that they've played, they haven't played that well. And I'm not just talking about the ones that Sean Watkins started. So I just think they're going to go back to the way they were. I think it was just kind of a fluke, like it was with the Ravens, with the Steelers. I think the Broncos wins this game. I think it's going to be like freaking 27-10. I think they beat them pretty easily.
Can I make another bold prediction here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is going to be a weird one. Jameis Winston throws for 300 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 3 picks.
You say how long?
300 yards.
300 yards.
No touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Oh, so you think he's going to regress in this one?
I don't think I'm going to see regress. Denver has one of the best secondaries in the league right now. Denver's secondary has been stout.
Yeah. Is there any teams on buys too, by the way?
I don't think so. Because it's Thanksgiving, I don't think there's a bye week. There's no bye week. The last bye week is next week, where 6 more teams are on a bye.
Okay. All right, so that is it. Is there any other football news you needed to address?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yep. Okay. So, make sure, if you're watching on Spotify, check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, and vice versa. If you're on the YouTube channel, make sure to the Spotify. We do have it on Spotify, and as well, this is on the website. So make sure, if you're watching on the website, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, if you are a Packers fan, I do the Green Bay Packers Beast. I do the Green Bay Packers Beast recap episode of the Packers, breaking down all the key plays as well as the stats and my overall thoughts of the performance and what to look for the next game. So look out for that. I try to get it up right after the game, but it might be a couple hours after the game, but still, I will get it up.
Shout out Kyle at Chicken Dippin'. Hit him up online, chickendippin.com or chicken_dippin' on Instagram. Check out our new logo for Spread Those Wings Chicken Wing Podcast. It's pretty savvy. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, guys, that is it. Make sure to have a great Thanksgiving while you're watching the festivities for the football games. I'm the
Frank and I will be going into our Thanksgiving dinner as champions again.
Yes, absolutely. I'm the S Ultimate Goku. He's the reigning 48. Enjoy your Thanksgiving and your football, guys.
Peace.